Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
Before we get into our lesson, we're going to start off giving our praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Shem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, teaching the truth in all truth and sincerity, man, out there on the highways and byways in the ministry. And Shalom to the Akim, the brothers, the fellow laborers that's also in the ministry, uplifting the name and the spirit power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. Just the brothers from the Great Millstone Charlotte camp coming at you with another lesson. Basically our lesson we're going to touch into today is this, up and coming World War III that's about to take place here in your lifetime, man. In the main, militaries is going to be America, which is Babylon the Great. Going and its allies, which is mainly Israel, and some NATO nations, and other countries that allies with America. But also, now we having American allies. Some of the allies are turning on them, man.
That's right.
Like NATO the members like France, Germany, Turkey, Great Britain. Many other NATO nations is going to turn on America, which is NATO is the beast according to the scriptures, man. And America is that whore, that woman that sitteth on the beast, man. All that's in the scriptures showing you that the scriptures are real, man.
That's
that
right.
In the last days, the NATO, the European nations, are going to turn on America, man. Which America came from the European nations, man. They break off from the European nations during the 17th century, man. That was that 4th of July. I believe, the 4th of July is all about, man, how they claim their independence from England, man. Because America came from, England, and Great Britain, man. But now in these last days, the Lord put a word in called God, which is, his name is Yahweh, and his son, Yahweh Shah, who the word called Jesus Christ, are bringing the prophecies to pass, showing you that, that the beast, NATO, is about to trade or about to turn their back on America, man. You got Trump, walking out of the EU summits, not want to, hear anything about, the European nations, man, which are they American allies, You got Trump saying that the EU is their enemies, man, count them as, their enemies. Because what we have here, man, you have the EU doing deals with Iran, and America don't want to do deals with Iran over their nuclear programs, man. America, went back on the agreement, that they had with Iran about them continue on developing their nuclear program. But Trump, disagreed with the agreement that Obama had at work or had in play during the time in Obama regime, man. During the time Obama been in office. But when Trump came in, he stopped that agreement, man. He disagreed with Iran, developing nuclear weapons, And now you have these NATO countries that was in the deal with Iran. They're coming against America for Trump backing out the deal, man. You got Trump talking about how the EU need to better their defensive military. They're not spending spending money on the military, that the money that America put in to help them out. Now they're saying that America, Trump putting tariffs on the EU, certain things of their economy. And here they're supposed to be allies, man. And all of it is biblical prophecy that America and the EU, the beast, is going to trade or turn on the whore, man, in this up and coming World War III, man. And all of them are going to join forces, man. Because the EU is going to join forces right along with Russia, China, North Korea, India, and all those got nuclear capability is going to destroy America, man, which is Babylon the Great by thermonuclear fire, man, in this up and coming World War III, man.
That's
and
right.
that was the start for the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and the brothers on down. That what we out there warn you, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Israelites, that you supposed to repent, take heed to your true power, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, come back and serve him and ask for forgiveness and believe on him and watch for these prophecies, man, and watch for, and look for salvation, man. But, you're going to have 2/3 of your Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that's not going to get down with the program, man. They're not going to believe the prophets or the men of the Lord or the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They want to continue on being scoffers, scorners, non-believers, doing all type of wickedness that, that thinks that benefit them in this life or in this world, man. They ain't gonna they ain't gonna come back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Now the Lord is only looking for the elect of the nation of Israel, the 144,000 and the 1/3, man.
That's right.
Because our main message that Yahushua, which is a so-called black man, a dark-skinned man, is gonna come back with the host of angels, with the UFO, with the world called UFOs, the chariots. And he's gonna come back and bring war and bring this kingdom down, man. In particular, the elites, man, you Rothschilds, you Rockefeller, the Illuminati, which are Edomites, man. The so-called white men or the white race, which are Edomites. The Lord is coming back to bring them down, man. And through the process, man, he's going to deliver his elect, man, those that believe on him, man. And the 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans that don't want to take heed or come back to your power, man, you're going to be destroyed, man. In this up-and-coming judgment that's about to take place here upon the earth. And the main judgment is going to take place here in America with thermonuclear fire, man, in this up-and-coming World War III. So we're going to go ahead and get into the scripture, showing you how the Lord is about to bring America down, and he's setting up America allies, which, the NATO members and other, in particular the EU, and NATO is trading on America, man, showing you that we're getting closer and closer to the prophecies being fulfilled, that the Lord is going to have World War III take place, and America's destruction is at hand. Get that Mark.
Mark 23.
Mark 3 and 23.
Mark 3 and 23. This is Mark 23 and 23.
Mark 3.
Mark 3 and 23. This is Mark 3 and 23. And he called upon them. And he called them unto him. And he said unto them in parables.
So this is Yahushua speaking to the disciples.
How can Satan cast out Satan?
So the scripture says, how can Satan cast out Satan, man? Basically, Satan in the Hebrew word means Satan, meaning adversary, man, against the Most High, man. And who's the main house of Satan or represents Satan today here on the earth, man? Doing the physical part, man, of Satan, man. The so-called white man.
That's right.
The Edomites, man. In particular the elites, man. And the Lord say Satan, how can Satan cast out Satan, man? Meaning, they going against each other. Because that's what we have here now, man. You got the American so-called white people, the American Edomites versus the European Edomites, man. Versus the Russian Edomites, man. 'Cause all of them are Edomites, man. No matter if they call themselves Russians, Frenchmen, Irishmen, or Germans, or Englishmen, or Americans. All of them are Edomites. All of them came from the bloodline of Esau, man. And all of them are being divided against each other, man. About to make war against each other, man.
Verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand.
So this kingdom, meaning in particular the America, man. You have frictions of America going against, Americans warring against themselves, man. We got the Republican against the Democrat. You got Trump supporters, anti-Trump supporters, those that are against Trump, those that for Trump, man. You got all type of, race wars and class wars that's about to brew here in America and throughout the world, man. Even amongst, the European nations, man. You got NATO nations, European nations that's not, with each other, man. Going against each other, man. So the Lord is dividing this Edomite or this so-called white man kingdom, man. 'Cause all of them supposed to be one nation, basically one nation of people, supposed to be in power together. But all of them got, different type of, frustrations and, beef, and war against each other, man. Because you got one of the main other players that's in the scriptures that's going to destroy America, and one of the main prophecies is Russia, man, which are Edomites, like I say, man. Russians are, the so-called Russians are Edomites, man. And they're going to have a big hand of destroying America, as is written in the scriptures, man.
That's right. Verse 20, verse 25. If a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. 26. If Satan rise against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but have an end.
So they nation ain't gonna stand, man. All these, these so-called white people, the different countries that they ruling, man. Like I say, America, Russia, Europe, all of them got frictions against each other, man. All of them fighting against each other, man.
That's right.
And ultimately, it's gonna end, man. The end gonna come when they're gonna trade on America. When NATO gonna trade on America, Russia, gonna shoot their missiles on America, and they're gonna be destroyed, man. By the thermonuclear fire, man. So that is the end, man. The end of Esau rulership when the missiles destroy America, man. And when Yahweh Shah come back with the chariots and set up the nation of Israel, man.
Gone.
That's it on that. Get on Isaiah 19. Start at chapter 1.
Isaiah 19, chapter 1.
Yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 1. The burner of Egypt.
Egypt, the modern day Egypt is America, man. And that's one of the code names for America is Egypt, man. Why is it known as Egypt today? Because Egypt was one of the, the main countries or city during that time. In the ancient times when the Israelites, the Negro, Latino, Native Americans been in captivity under the Egyptians, which are Hamites, man. So this is the modern day Egypt all over again, man, because we are here in America in captivity, man. And the modern day Pharaoh is right now is Donald Trump, man. And the elites, man, they're the so-called white man, the Edomites, man. Because when you read the Bible, man, it's in different, different symbolism and dark sayings and proverbs and cold words, man. The only way you can get it is first, through the spirit of power Yahweh Shem Yahushua and through the true teachers, man. And that's teaching our people, man, that teaching the hopeful elect, man, that to get this word, man, and understand it. Continue on.
Behold, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua ridden upon a swift cloud.
That cloud talking about a so-called UFO, man. A chariot, man. But that's what the angels move in, man. And that's the way how Yahweh Shah is going to return, man, in the so-called UFO, man. And it's a swift, man. So it's going to come quickly into the America, man. And like I said, Yahweh Shah is going to come back and deliver the elect of the nation of Israel that's here in America and scattered throughout the world. And also, they're going to bring war against them, this man, the Edomites military, right along with the rest of these heathens military in this up-and-coming World War III, right before the destruction of America.
Continue on. And they shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his own presence.
So the Lord is basically going to bring destruction to America by the so-called UFOs, man, by Yahweh Shah and the angels, man, shooting them laser beams. Just like how they show you in these, so-called alien invasion movies, like ID4, Independence Day, Mars Attack, but all that is, really blasphemy. But they know that that's the way Yahweh Shah is going to return, man. But the so-called UFOs being so-called black men, not aliens, man, not green creatures, but being so-called black men or dark entities that's going to come back and bring war against the heathen nations, man, and the army.
Continue on. I'm going to read that from that and it shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved in his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
The Lord is going to destroy this place by fire, man, by the ways of the chariots and by the ways of the so-called, the ways of the chariots and the ICBM, the thermonuclear missiles.
And if I can say, the brother was speaking on when these black men that coming out these chariots, they are not average black men, you know. You know, some of them might be 7 foot tall or even taller, you know. And when they come back, they coming back to destroy this place. They're not playing any games, you know. So better might want to take heed unto this word, you know.
But only the elect, man. The scriptures for the elect, the hope elect, those that come across these videos and, you know, really taking this thing as, you know, sincerely. You know, but all them scoffers and the scorners, man, it don't matter if they don't want to take heed or not, man, because the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shah, is going to still fulfill his prophecies, man.
That's right.
He only looking for the elect anyway, those that truly believe and have faith in his son, him and his son, Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. Continue on.
This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. And I will sit the Egyptian against the Egyptian.
So when have you had in the ancient days when the Egyptians came up against each other, you know, during the time when they had Israel and Moses in captivity, man? They're talking about the modern day Egypt now, man. The Egyptians represent you so-called white people, man. You know, y'all the ones that, you know, the kingdom is being divided and coming against each other now, man. So the Lord had the fiction or a division amongst the Edomites, man. That's why they fighting against each other, man. You know.
Continue on. And they shall fight everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom.
So the Lord is, you know, having these Edomite nations, man, you so-called white people nations, being divided, man. That we saying America against, you know, America against Europe, Russia against America, Europe against Russia. You know, that's the Lord dividing in y'all kingdom, man, and having y'all fighting against each other, man. All y'all the same people, man. All y'all the same, you know, brethren, man. Ain't no difference between us. White man from America, you know, Europe, or Russia, or Israel, or Australia. All y'all are the same bloodline of Esau or Edom, man.
That's right. Verse 3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof.
And the spirit talking about all this wickedness that America promotes, man. When Yahweh shall bring this place down, man, it's gonna fail, man. You know, and the Lord is gonna, you know, destroy this place.
And I will destroy the counsel thereof.
Meaning all that, your new world order that you got planned, think you're gonna implement this, you know, when you implement this RFID chip, think you're gonna, you know, have the world chip, the masses of the world chip, and think you're gonna have control over them, man. All these unjust laws that you pushing, man, the agenda that you got set against our people, and how you want to rule the world and rule the whole world and these other nations. You know, that's going to fail, man. Because Yahweh Shah is going to come back and intervene, man.
That's right.
Continue.
And they shall seek the idols and the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, to the wizards.
So the Lord, you know, said that, you know, when all hell break loose, basically, man, y'all going to seek to them wizards, the witchcraft that y'all, you know, worship, and all them idols that you worship, man. Basically, your power was Satan on the left-hand side, man. Because Satan do exist, and the elites know it, man. You know, but they don't understand that Satan worked for the Most High, man. The Most High control good and evil, man. So when that time gonna come, you know, when all hell break loose and they go, you know, look for Satan and do all these sacrifices, these rituals, it's not gonna help them in that time, because it's gonna be the time when Yahweh Shah ruling, man. And their time gonna be up, man. You know, that's it on that. We get on Matthew's 24 and 4.
This is Matthew 24 and 4. And Yahweh Shah answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach, and shall deceive many.
Going into all these false prophets, you know. They're saying that the Lord is dealing with them, or actually saying that they're the anointed, man.
God.
You know, but Lord, Yahushua tell us not to take heed to him, man. Only to follow his word, man.
God. And that also can go into the different camps. They speak up on the different camps that push the word but use Christ, or someone don't think the Most High is coming back. The Most High coming back to save everybody. Coming in Yahushua name, saying Yahushua.
Basically, them false camps, man.
Kind.
And pushing on false doctrines, man. You know, they're saying that they represent Yahushua, but in all actuality, man, they represent, you know, their own belly, man.
That's right.
They're not teaching what's not, you know, that what's written in the doctrine, man. Like the brother said, man, you got some of these camps saying that the Lord is coming back to save everybody, and the Lord is not going to destroy America. The missiles don't exist. You know, so those are false prophets, and they deceiving the unbelievers, man. Basically the 2/3, man. The ones that not granted to see those words, this truth, and have the faith.
And this is Yahushua speaking. Verse 6. And ye shall hear wars or rumors and wars.
That's what we have today, man. Don't you hear wars, rumors of wars, man? You know, America going against Syria. You know, America and Iran, America and North Korea, America and Russia, the EU and America. You know, South Korea and you know, North Korea. You know, India against China. All type of wars and rumors of war. But and it's brewing up to that time of World War III.
See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Yeah, so the Lord said, don't be troubled, man. Don't be bothered about these things, man, because we all know they're gonna come, man. And we put our trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You know, and all these things, you know, these rumors of wars are coming. And they say the end is not gonna be yet, man.
That's
the
right.
end ain't gonna come until, you know, basically when them nukes destroy this place, man. And Yahushua come back and deliver his elect.
That's right. Continue.
Yeah.
Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence, and earthquakes, and dividers places.
So the Lord said nations against nations. So that means race wars,
God.
Class wars, kingdoms against kingdoms. You know, and that's what we're going into, man. How, you know, America and EU is going to go against each other, right along with these other countries that's going to fight against America. You know, and different type of other countries that battle against each other in this up and coming World War III. That's it on that. And that's what you're seeing now. Is that the main point, man? Kingdoms against kingdom, man. You know, it's showing you that, you know, because the Matthew 24th chapter was basically the Lord giving details about how close he was going to, how he was going to return during the end times, man, and how we supposed to, you know, be looking seeing these different prophecies, events that he had written in Matthew the 24th chapter, man. You get Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. Chapter 3, verse 8. That one of the main things that's going on now, man. You know, America and the EU having skirmish, you know, not skirmish, but you know, like skirmish against each other, man. Having different, you know, so-called, you know, beef against each other, man. You find it? I'll read it to you, know, I got it right here. Zephaniah 3, verse 8. I got it. This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, say the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. You know, so the Lord telling us to wait, man, not to take matters in our own hand, man, but trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Because the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, is the one that controls everything, man. He's the one that's gonna set up this World War III and have our enemies fight against each other, man. Therefore wait ye upon me, said the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nation, that I may assemble the Canaanites to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. So that's about to take place, man. The Lord about to assemble these Canaanites, man, and these armies, man. The Chinese army, the Indian army, man, India army, the Russian army, China, you know, the Syrian, you know, the Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, all these different world armies, man. You know, the Lord is about to assemble them into the Middle East, man, during this World War III. And he said that he gonna have them fighting, man, for the fight, you know, the fire of his jealousy, man. Meaning, you know, this nuclear war, man, that's gonna destroy America, man. You get Joel chapter 3, read verse 11 through 14. Now what time we coming into, man? World War III. Joel chapter 3.
Verse 11.
Yeah.
This is Joel chapter 3, verse 11. Assemble yourself and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourself together around about.
So the Lord said, you know, assemble yourself, man. Gather yourself, all you heathens, man. All you, you know, Chinese, the Japanese, the Arabs, the so-called white men, you know, the Africans, you know, the East Indians, the Syrians. The Lord said, gather yourself, man. For what, man? Continue on.
Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Verse 12. Let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
So in that word, the valley of Jehoshaphat, in the Hebrew, is Yahweh Shaphat, meaning the Most High judgment, man. And over there in the valley of Jehoshaphat is where the Most High have a certain place over there in the Middle East where this World War III is going to take place too, man. That's why it's such a constantly battle over there in the Middle East right now, man. Ever since the, you know, the desert storms during Saudi Arabia, you know, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iraq, you know, Syria now. But the Lord is bringing up the on World War III, or the tensions over there for these nations to gather themselves over there to fight amongst each other, man. You know.
Continue on. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. 13. Put ye in a sickle, for the harvest is at rip. Right.
And so basically the Lord saying this is the time for the prophecy to be fulfilled, man. The prophecy that he got written that this World War III is going to take place, man. You know, the sickle represent, you know, an instrument when you go cut down your vegetables, you know, and you know, your wheat, or, you know, certain things in your garden, man. Because they said the harvest was right, man, because it was time for you to gather your vegetables, man. So the Lord proved, comparing that to the time that we living in now, man, saying that the time is right for these nations to gather themselves and fight against each other, man. And then this up and coming World War III, because there's prophecies that's written in the scriptures, man.
Continue on. It says, come and get you down, for the press is full. The fat is overflowed. The wickedness is great.
So the Lord said, you know, for their wickedness is great, meaning all the wickedness that they, you know, the world promoted, man. Even throughout, you know, the Edomites, the so-called white men pushing all this wickedness. Also, these other heathen nations, man, that push their wickedness right along with the so-called white man. You know, the Lord said it's great, man, because these nations don't uphold the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You know, so the Lord said their wickedness is great, man. You know, so the time coming that the Lord is going to bring destruction upon the earth and judgment upon the earth for the wickedness that the nations are doing, man, including the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans that join hands with the heathens, man. You know, the Lord gonna use this World War III to punish them, man, by war, by bringing war against, you know, letting war against each other, and sending his son Yahweh Shah back to destroy them and raising up his elect men, the righteous ones, man. Yeah, 14, read verse 14.
Come on. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 14. Multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord Yahweh Shah is near in the valley of decision.
So the day of the Lord, meaning this World War III that he's got setting up in is near, man. Now you're seeing so much contention amongst America and in the EU. You know, America and against, you know, Iran and North Korea. Israel against Iran. You know, just now happen today, man. You got even China, or not China, Japan. You know, making deals with the EU, man. You know, we're here. You know, the EU supposed to be. Japan is one of the allies of America, man. You know, but like I say, man, these nations are training on America. Why? Because America is showing the true stuff. You know, that they want to be the top nation. Now that the scriptures say, man, these scriptures say the nations all say once they was weak, now they are strong, man. Now these nations got, you know, military might that can, you know, go against America, man. They got nuclear weapons, you know, tanks and guns, fighter jets, man. You know, all type of armory that they can, you know, come against America, man. You know, and the economy is strong while America's economy is falling, man. That's it on that. You get
I got a quick precept.
All right.
I got a quick precept. This is Revelation 18:5, and it reads, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh Shai have remembered her iniquities." It's talking about all the wickedness that you Edomites, not even you Edomites, but you different countries, Americans had done. Especially, matter of fact, especially you Edomites had done unto Israel, man. It also talk about how all these wickedness, how you got the
You try to see. Read it again.
Revelation 18:5. Her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh have remembered her for her iniquity.
Yeah, they're talking about America. You know, because this was Revelation 18 going into, man. Chapter 18 going into that woman, man, represent, you know, America. And they said the Lord have remembered the iniquities, man. All the wickedness that America done against the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You know? See? If you got no more.
Alright, verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her. Slacker. Verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works.
So the Lord said, you know, pay her back, man. You know, for all what they did against the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. And that was going to happen, man. You know, so the Lord going to, look, one of the things the Lord going to do to the so-called white man, you know, the Edomites, that, you know, when America going to be destroyed, once America destroyed, and Yahweh shall set up his kingdom with the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Israelites, the elect, the main thing they're going to do is put the rest of you heathens that's not going to be touched by the thermonuclear fire in slavery, man. When the first fruits or first crops of slaves are going to be you elites, man. The super rich bankers, man. The Illuminati, man. You know, and the Lord said double unto them, so you're going to go into slavery for 1,000 years, man. You know, as it is, you know, written in the scripture. That's it on that.
You say get
go to I'm right here. Revelation chapter chapter 17, verse 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but received power as kings in 1 hour with the beast. So you know that 10 horns represent the 10 colonies that's running that's a NATO, man. The main 10 nations of colonies that's part of NATO, man. You know they're gonna receive that power, for that military, man. In that time, in that 1 hour, man, to destroy America, man. Because that's all they're gonna take for America to be destroyed, man. 1 hour, man, with the thermonuclear missiles, man. 13. These have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast, meaning their military. Verse 14. They shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. So the Lamb represents Yahweh Shai. And if they're going to make the war with the Lamb, that means the Lord is going to come back. And if they're going to make war with the Lamb, that means he have to have a military himself, man. And his military is the so-called UFOs, man, the chariots, man, Israel, man.
That's right.
You know, and they're gonna make war with Yahweh Shai, man. That's why they want to, start these space program, the space, military. You know, that's why they got weaponry outside of the space, man. Because during this time of World War III, Yahweh Shai is gonna come back while they fighting each other over there in the Middle East. Yahweh Shai is gonna come back and intervene in that war, and all of them are gonna turn from fighting each other to fight Yahweh Shai, man, and the angels, man. And this is what's gonna happen to them. Verse 14. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is the Lord of hosts and kings of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. So the Lord is going to overcome them, man. They ain't going to be able to defeat the Lord, because he's the Lord of lords and kings of kings, man. He's the supreme being power, man. That's right. And the weaponry and the that the Lord have, these heathen nations and these Edomites, these so-called white people, mainly them, because they got the vast military, man, between America, Israel, NATO, and Russia. But even their armies ain't gonna stand up to the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Verse 15. He said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, thou where the horse sitteth, are people, multitude, nations, and tongues. And they're talking about America, man. America have all nations over here in America, man.
That's right.
From the Chinese, the Europeans, the Hawaiians, the Africans, including our people, man, the Israelites over here, the Negro, Latinos, the Native Americans, all nations that's of the world are over here in America, man. Verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, they shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. And that's what's about to take place, man. That's what you're seeing, man. You're seeing NATO trading on America, man. Backing out of deals with America, cutting America off, man, with ties with America, man. And ultimately, they're going to lead to NATO, some of the NATO nations fighting against America in this World War III, man. And they say they're going to burn her with flesh, meaning they're going to send these missiles on America, man. And destroy America right along with Russia, China. All those got nuclear capability. The Lord gonna set it up where they're gonna shoot their missiles and destroy America, man. Because the Lord say there's gonna be 200 million missiles that's gonna destroy America, man. Verse 17. For the Most High have put in their hearts to fulfill His will and to agree and give their kingdoms unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. So the Lord, the one that put it on these nations, gonna put it on these nations' spirit, put it in the spirit of these nations, where in their mind to shoot missiles on America, man. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reign over the kings of the earth. We're talking about the Lord basically saying He's gonna use these nations to destroy America, man, by thermonuclear fire, man. And it's gonna be the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. You get on Psalm 75 and 7. I'll close it out. One more scripture.
This is Psalms 75:7. But Yahweh is the judge. He putting down one and set up another.
So the Most High is the one that judges, man. He the one who set up nations and kingdoms, man. He put up them on the America system, which is ruled by the elites, the Edomites, through the Illuminati, and those that the Edomites that's ruling over here in America throughout the different governments, man. The Lord the one set them up, man. But he put them up and he take it down and set up another one, man. And all these other nations right along with America also ruling, man, like China. Even though they under America, but they got their own, rulership, man. China, Russia, Europe, Australia, India, Saudi Arabia with these Arabs. The only nation that don't have a country of their own or a kingdom of their own is the nation of Israel, man. The Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Cause this is not our kingdom, man. We are in captivity under our oppressor, man. The so-called white man. So the Lord said he's going to bring down one and set up another. And the one he's going to set up are the Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, the Israelites, man, the real Israelites, man. Not no fake Jews over there, man, no Khazars, which are also Edomites, man. The Lord is going to bring them down also, man, and set up the real owners and the real Israelites in that land, which are the Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, man. After the destruction of America, man, and after the destruction of Israel, because we're going to inhabit our land again. Once this World War III and Yahweh shall come back and set up the nation of Israel. That's it. I'm gonna get this is on 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, chapter 6, verse 9. I'm gonna start off at 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the appointing asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that follows? So Esdras, asking the Lord, when it's going to be the time of the end of the first, man, meaning the end of this age, man, the end of this world, man, and then what's going to be the beginning of it that follow, meaning, after what kingdom is going to take place after this kingdom, man. When Yahweh shall return, man. Verse 8, he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, and when Jacob and Esau was born. So, because that were the two main bloodlines focusing on, man. It going from Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Esau, man. The main two characters, man. And Jacob represented, all the forefathers of the Israelites, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And Esau are the forefathers of you so-called white people, which are the biblical Edomites, man. And it said Jacob and Esau were born of him. Jacob held first the heel of Esau. And Jacob, that represented when he had the hand of Esau, because Esau came out first. And the Lord say that the elders shall serve the younger man. So that's talking about, further, in the latter days, which we are in now, that Jacob, the Israelites, is going to bring down the so-called white man, Esau, kingdom, man. That was the hand represent on Esau hill when he came out of the womb, and Jacob hold his hand upon his heel, man. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So Esau, you Edomites, you so-called white people, are the end of this age, man. And Jacob, the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Israelites, are the beginning that follow, man. And it's going to begin right when Yahweh shall come back. It's beginning now, really. Because your downfall is coming, man.
That's right.
You're losing everything, man.
That's right.
That's why America is trying to keep their power, man. That's why there's so much contention between America and the world, man, against, America and the EU, man. Showing you that this place is going down, man. And the Esau, you so-called white people, white supremacy is about to, collapse, man. And it ultimately is going to end when Yahweh shall raise his men up, and when Yahweh shall come back and bring the chariots, man, and set up his kingdom, man, and have this place destroyed by thermonuclear fire. But right before that, man, America's going to fall. You're going to have famine, economic collapse, man. They're going to implement the RFID chip. There's going to be concentration camps. you know, mass death from pestilence, you know, race wars, class wars, all type of jump is going to take place, you know, before Yahweh shall come back. And that's going to be basically the beginning of your end, man, when all hell break loose, man. But the end of it going to be when Yahweh shall come back and deliver the nation of Israel, the elect, from the four corners of the earth, and bring destruction upon America. And ultimately, he's going to have them missiles shot off to destroy America, man, you know, by these other nations, man.
That's right.
You know, so that's the end, man. Esau is the end of the world. You so-called white people. Jacob is the beginning. In Jacob world, the Israelites world, going to be an everlasting kingdom, man. Okay. And we're going to have you other nations in captivity, man. You know, under the Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, man. All you heathen nations are going into captivity, man. You know, so basically, you know, that our lesson, you know, if you got, you know, anything to say. You know, so basically, man, you know, we praying that, you know, lesson, man, you know, edifying, that you brothers, you know, was fed, you know, Lord willing, this, you know, video been edifying, you know, because, you know, this place is falling, man. You know, the only thing we gotta do is, you know, keep watching, man, keep watching on these prophecies, man. Keep watching out for World War III, man, because we at the head, man. All this talk on World War III and in America going against these other countries, how they so close to war. You have a lot of our people out here don't even see it, man. They don't even think that we're in the last days, or don't even think America is going to enter into a war, man. They you know, they comfortable here in America, man, not knowing that World War III is going to be the destruction of America, and it's going to be the return of Yahweh Shah, man, and the nation of Israel being risen up again, man. Salvation for the Israelites, man, and the downfall for these heathens, man. And that's how close we is, man, to this place falling, until Yahweh Shah getting his kingdom, and, you know, establishing his kingdom with Israel, and getting his glory, man. You know, so till the next time, you know, brothers keep fighting, keep pushing, man. You know, till the next time, we're going to give all praises to, you know, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well, and a salutation to the Ak and the brothers, the fellow laborers in the ministry of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, you know, to the hopeful elect, man, the house of David, man. Till next time, Shalom.
Shalom.